Part 2. The Imp-Riddled House. Chapter 9. The Small Room of Outside. Much to fear in this rigid house, but much to admire too, and Iris loves to look. What's best about Vandermeer's house is its skins and glazes, and how each rare thing accepts daylight or candlelight, or shrugs itself against it. Iris wonders, has looking at the master's paintings developed in her this taste for surfaces and textures? Look at the bowl on the polished table. A bowl from the Orient, Vandermeer has told her. But it's not just one thing, a bowl. Look at all the effects that make it up. Deepest in, a lace of purple-grey hairline fractures, covered by an eggshell wash through which blue-painted lines form blousy chrysanthemum blossoms. The flowers are suspended in some thin distance of, for lack of a better word, shine. Inside the curve of the bowl, a reflection, a distorted iris, too blurred to be perceived as ugly. If she peers harder, will she catch something magical at her shoulder? Something intense and potent coming from behind, stealing up through the highly polished gloom of wealthy rooms? It was Margaretta who had said it. The devil himself may send out a whiskery hound to sniff us out, but we've no choice. Come, girls, come. Margaretta had announced their torturer as they fled England. She had called it to them. She had worried it into being. But no. Look. Look. She pays attention. The varieties of Turkey carpet on tables and walls, the crisp edges and rectangles of white linen, the ringed muscles of candlesticks, their glossy bulbous reflections, the fur, the inlaid wood, the mementos from faraway places, Venice, Constantinople, Arabia, Cathay. Schoenmaker's rooms had been sloppy and energetic. These Vandermeer rooms are composed. The orderliness of them, their spanking cleanliness for one thing, is a matter not just of pride, but of mental clarity and rightness. A chair out of place? No one in the house can think straight. Flowers left to stand in a vase until there's a reek of ditch water. You'd think the bellicose Spaniards were banging at the city gates again. Some hours after the party, Caspar had arrived at the Vandermeers for Iris. He ushered her back to the studio to collect her things. There she found Margaretta arguing with the master and Ruth weeping. Schoenmaker didn't want them to go, but he couldn't or wouldn't pay for them to stay. "You have your boy. Use him as you were wont to do," says Margaretta tauntingly, as if trading on a secret meaning that Iris couldn't be privy to. "And why not? You asked us for 3 things, and those we gave you. Domestic help, a delivery of meadow flowers every day, and a face to paint. We're grateful to you for your hospitality, but we aren't beholden to you." "When that peculiar Vandermeer girl is tired of her new playmate, or learned whatever English she can pick up, you and your daughters will be out on the street," says the master darkly. "Watch," says Margaretta. She wore that expression common to cats making the acquaintance of baby birds. "Watch and see if that happens, Lucas Schoenmaker." Iris and Ruth both turned to see if the master would answer to this informality of a Christian name. How had their mother the right? Even Caspar seemed surprised. But Lucas Schoenmaker pointed at the Fisher girls and said, "Ruth won't know enough to appreciate how she's being treated, but Iris will. She'll be slighted there. She won't make good on the talent for drawing that she possesses." And how do you know she possesses any such talent? And what good is it to her if she does?" cawed Margaretta. "She isn't a lady of leisure to paint scenes of sunny gardens as the mood strikes her. Have you ever seen her as much as pick up a charcoal?" "She's looked at drawings, even at some cost to her," said the master. "Her hand clenches an imaginary stub of charcoal while I work my own charcoal across a page. There's nothing in her at all but possibility. But that is rare enough." "You're as trapped in your conceits as you are in your over-laboured drawings," said Margaretta. "You make the world to seem a story, as if anything could happen. Like most men, you are blind to our fate." "Don't go, Margaretta," said the master. "Pay us a salary to stay, and we'll stay," said Margaretta, her chin high. The master looked at her as if she were offering to sleep with him for a fee. It was a look of disgust, but love and need crowded in too. Margaretta met his eyes just as intently and continued, "Girls, bring your aprons from the hooks and your shoes from the doorsill. If I understand correctly, Lucas, what with your new commission you'll be a regular visitor to the Vandermeer household. We'll enjoy your friendship there, should we want it." So with Caspar to chaperone them, they had crossed the streets of Haarlem at dusk. Their settling in at the Vandermeer household was less noisy but no less swift, and Iris had slept that night at the hearthstones, uneasily, feeling the building lifting above her incapable bones of brick. She remembered the face at an upstairs window disappearing. "This is a house of magic," she thought, as she drifted to sleep, and she thinks the same on waking up there for the first time.